time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time.
Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode, Getting Well with Terry and Friends, free NHL picks. I'm Terry and ready to break down today's slate. 4 games to talk about today, but some good spots on all 4 games. I like a little bit of something, so we will discuss those. Of course, we'll start the show out as we usually do, and that is taking a look at what happened on the last show. So we'll jump into that right away. And starting with this game here, Zach Hyman, anytime goal, plus 120, a nice winner there. He continues to score goals. Playing with Connor McDavid, he is the leading scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. Adam Henrique, over half a point, did not cash. And backing players in their first game on their new team did not prove effective at all yesterday. So, lesson learned there. Calgary Flames, Tampa Bay Lightning. I went with Braden Point, anytime goal. Did not even get a point at all. Just a horrible game from the Tampa Bay Lightning, who we'll see here in a few minutes when we get to the standings. The Tampa Bay Lightning should be hitting the panic button because it is a time to panic in Tampa Bay, in my opinion, at least. Philadelphia Flyers, Florida Panthers. This is a game I got absolutely murdered in. Panthers not only didn't cover the puck line, they lost in regulation. Reinhart didn't score. Tarasenko didn't get a point. Just an awful game. Awful read by myself. So it happens. Montreal Canadiens, Carolina Hurricanes. If you followed the parlay pieces I gave out on yesterday's show, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, and Teuvo Teravainen all got points yesterday. So it was a effective game for the Hurricanes there in that one. St. Louis Blues, New Jersey Devils. St. Louis had struggled. New Jersey had struggled with St. Louis in the past, but that was not the case yesterday. A nice win for the Devils, somewhat keeping their playoff hopes alive. Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins. I was looking at Toronto at plus money, but I'm glad that all I did was look and I didn't touch because Boston continues their domination over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh just laid an egg. 6-0 loss here at home against Washington. Just a horrible loss for the Penguins here, which pretty much settles any playoff thoughts they have or should be gone now. Buffalo Sabres, Nashville Predators, of course, did not have a single play, but when the show ended, while we were breaking this game down yesterday, I did add Nashville in regulation, which was a nice winner. All 5 of the Nashville players that were on hot streaks all got points yesterday. Forsberg, Yossi, Nyquist, O'Reilly, Thomas Novak, they all got points. So it was a great game to parlay. Was this Nashville Predators game? If you were looking there. Minnesota Wild, Arizona Coyotes, 1-0 heading into the third period. I was frustrated, thinking, what a horrible loser this bet is. And then, of course, 3 goals in 31 seconds. Arizona took the lead. Minnesota took back the lead. It ended up being 2-2. The Wild taking the lead 3-2, and then 2 empty netters. So not only was it not a push, it was a nice winner in the over 6 here. I did add Kirill Kaprizov anytime goal after the show, so a nice winner there as well. He continues to dominate the Yotes. Kaprizov loves to face the Arizona Coyotes. Vancouver Canucks, Vegas Golden Knights. Canucks money line, a nice winner here. Vegas continues to struggle, and this Canucks team working on their defense continues to play well. Only one goal allowed here in this game. So I think Vancouver is finding it here right at the right time, heading towards the playoffs. Ottawa Senators, LA Kings. Um, the Senators with the overtime loss to the Kings. The Kings, Kevin Fiala, a nice overtime winner for the LA Kings. So that was huge for them, as we'll see heading into the standings here shortly. Islanders and San Jose Sharks. Watch out for this Islanders team. Yes, it was a 7-2 win against the Sharks. So have to mention that it was against the Sharks, but this Islanders team is catching. They found something as well. So watch out for this Islanders team who played the Ducks next. So what a great opponent for them to face. Parlay of the day, unfortunately, lost. The Oilers never showed up at the beginning, tried to claw their way back, but it was too late. Columbus with the win there. Nashville did their job, but Edmonton did not. Taking a look at the NHL standings, seeing how things look now. Florida in first with 90. Boston 1 point behind with 89. Toronto with 80 in the Atlantic. In the Metro, Rangers with 84. Only 4 points ahead of Carolina with 80. Philadelphia with 74. In the wild card spots, Detroit and Tampa, both on losing streaks, both have 72 points in the first and second wild card spot. The Islanders, 2 points behind. So we've got a nice race here in the East. Not only 2 games behind, or 2 points behind, but 2 games in hand over the Tampa Bay Lightning. As I said, it's panic time in Tampa Bay. Washington, not too far behind, 5 points out, 3 games in hand on Tampa. So keep an eye on Washington. New Jersey, they're there as well. But I don't know. The way the Islanders are playing, the way Washington's playing, I don't see New Jersey passing them, but especially with trading away Toffoli. So I think New Jersey has settled into where they're going to be this year. Pittsburgh, the same. Buffalo, trading away Okposo isn't really going to make a huge difference, but the Sabres, in my opinion, another year, no playoffs for them. And then the bottom teams in the East. Close race for last in the East, 4 points. Talk about close races. Dallas in first with 85. Winnipeg, Colorado, both with 83. Very close race in the Central. In the Pacific, Vancouver, 89 points, comfortably in first in the Pacific. Edmonton with 78. Kings with 75. In the wild card spot in the West, Nashville in the first spot with 75. Vegas with 73. And then 6 points behind them, Calgary, St. Louis, Seattle, all with 67. The Wild there with 66. And then we've got the bottom feeders of the Western Conference. So it was looking like the East was pretty much set, and the West, we had a close race, and now it's kind of switched. The close race is in the East, and then the West, nothing's settled yet. Nothing is settled yet. I've said in future shows that the Wild season is over, and I'm not changing my opinion on that. But if the Wild were to win tonight, 5 points behind Vegas for the last playoff spot. So the race isn't over. In my opinion, the Wild season is over, but the players may disagree with me on that. So we will jump into the chat and see how everyone is doing. Let's see what people are thinking here. Gensel is going to score so many huge playoff goals for the Canes. We shall see. We shall see. Obviously, a very good addition. Kuznetsov, second line, Kane center. A nice fresh start for him, but from what we've seen lately, I'm not ready to say that this is a great addition for the Canes. We'll see how he does here in his new spot, but he's not played well at all for a while now. So we'll see what happens there. Ottawa road goal in first 10, top of the list for my favorite streaks of the season. There you go. Dallas second period over, Winnipeg team total under, Reinhart anytime goal also up there. Yes, there's been some great streaks this year. What's up, Terry? I smash a like. Thank you, Richie. Much appreciated. We'll be talking about your Dallas Stars here in a little while. The Jets got to Foley. Avs and Stars. Yeah, it's a nice close race there in the Central. So really, anything can happen there. Good day, Terry. All I can say is yesterday. Ouch. I feel ya. I feel ya. Just basically, this whole NHL season has been ouch for the most part. So I feel ya. Isles, yeah, something's going on with the Isles. They're looking good. Anthony Duclair should help the Lightning. 7 goals, 3 assists in the last 10 games. Yes, yeah, he should. He should help them for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if it's enough. Nick finds the Penguins' loss funny. I'm sure Penguins fans do not agree with you there on that one. Canes, baby. We got goal scorers for a bag of chips. There you go. Gensel, the Gensel trade. Um, it'll be obviously way too early to tell who wins that trade, but Pittsburgh definitely got some prospects. So we'll see how they turn out. Something that Pittsburgh desperately needed was those prospects. 18-year-old in the Ferrari seat, Jetta qualifying ESPN2. All right, I know nothing about the racing, but best of luck if you're betting on it. Red Wings and Kings have been quiet at the deadline. Exactly. Yotes money line, Wild money line, Kraken money line are Owen's dogs. Day of the dogs. It is Freaky Friday for people that don't are being like, "What's that?" Fridays tend to be freaky in the NHL. Weird stuff tends to happen. So we'll see if that happens today. Tom Wilson, anytime goal. Kaprizov, anytime goal. Islanders -2. Horvat, 4 shots and goal. Washington money line. Great night for Tommy. Very nice, Tommy. Dylan Strome assist. Yeah, he's been on fire for the Caps. Islanders +100 to make the playoffs. I don't know if I have it in me to bet it. Because all I usually do is talk shit about the Islanders, but we'll see if they can make it. They're in a close race, that's for sure. Nice work, Tommy. Yes, nice work. But we will jump into the first game of the slate for today, which is obviously the game I'll be watching. We've got the Minnesota Wild heading to Colorado to face the Avalanche. Wild +180 to +197. Road Dogs, Colorado -218 to -225. 6.5s right across the board in this game. Now, when I look at this game, and you know what, people can call me a homer if they want. I have to take the Wild in this game. I have not pulled the trigger yet. I am waiting. As we see, the price is getting better and better and better to bet Minnesota as tons of money comes in on Colorado here. People see Colorado at home here rested. The Wild on a second night of a back-to-back heading in here. Colorado 25-6 at home this year. So they've played great all season long at home. How I look at this game, what did we see yesterday? Well, we saw Florida lose. We saw Buffalo lose. We saw Vegas lose. And we saw Edmonton lose. What did all those teams have in common? Well, they all had one new player playing that they had recently traded for. All 4 teams lost in regulation. What does Colorado have? They've got 4 players making their debut tonight for the team. That is going to mess up chemistry. Now, Colorado could come out here and win this game. They're -220 favorites. They should win this game. But you're giving me almost +200 with the Wild here, who are fighting for their playoff lives. Maybe I don't believe in them, but the players do believe in themselves. This game means more to Minnesota. Colorado could very well be out of sync with 4 new players making the lineup. So I have to take the Wild here at a big plus price in this game. And for people saying that it's just a homer pick, I haven't been taking the Wild lately. I took the over yesterday. People asked me if the Wild were going to win. I said take the over. This is a spot for me to take the Wild at this extremely high plus price with a team that could very well be out of sync with new players making the lineup. Players that have been, or how have these teams done recently? Well, Wild 4-3 in their last seven. Colorado 4-2-1 in their last seven. Wild 6 overs, 2 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. Colorado 2 overs, 4 unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. The Avs 5-2-1 in the last 8 meetings between the teams. 1 over, 4 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. The Wild did win in Colorado last year. They could win this game. I totally believe that they have the ability to win this game. Kaprizov has a point in 10 of his last 13 games, at least 3 shots on goal in 11 of his last 12, a goal in back-to-back games. Kaprizov has Eriksson Ek has points in back-to-back games. Nathan MacKinnon, a point in 11 straight games, a point in every single game at home this year, 4 shots on goal in 13 of his last 15. He's on a 5-game goal streak. Rantanen's got an assist in 8 straight games, 10 of his last 12. Cale Makar has an assist in 5 of his last 6 games. Now, when it comes to, as I was speaking earlier about the Colorado potentially being out of sync, it's not going to affect that top line. So that top line shouldn't really be affected by that. It's the rest of the lineup. So for the Wild, game plan on tonight, play as best defensively as you can against that top line and see what happens with the other lines. If you wanted other Colorado props, as much as I don't want to see it, Zach Parise's probably scoring tonight. Brandon Duhaime making his debut probably is scoring tonight. Former Wild players with the Avalanche, they probably score. So I would take a shot at Zach Parise and Brandon Duhaime, but I like the Wild here at a great plus price to pull off the upset here in Colorado today. I'll jump Nick got plus 200 a month ago. There you go. There you go. Wild money line plus 180. I like it. Avs team total over 3.5. All right. Over 6.5. They've been playing lower scoring games. So that's the only thing I would say. When these teams have faced each other, it has been lower scoring games. But we'll see. Hello, Homer. Hey, there we go. Wild money line. I like it, Richie. I do. Also, if a Gensel trade is a massive failure for Carolina, if they don't extend him, this would be a massive overpay for a rental. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Homer, LOL. Just kidding. Crazy year. What I learned in sports betting is that anything can happen on any night. Exactly. Exactly. And Fridays, they can be weird. Captain Bry will be on the Avs puck line. MacKinnon anytime goal and over 4.5 shots on goal for MacKinnon. Rantanen assist. Say it, Terry. I hope you lose. Well, hey, Captain Bry, I hope you win on the MacKinnon goal. I hope you get your shots and Rantanen assist. But yes, I hope your Avs puck line loses. Sorry. The Wild seem like they play better in front of Fleury, who's in net for them tonight. It'll definitely be Gustafsson. They're not playing Fleury on back-to-back nights at his age. But who knows? Who knows? He has played very well for the Wild. Middlestat goal. He's from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. All right. All right. Possible Colorado still controls 5-on-5. Don't bet against MacKinnon and Makar at home on rest versus a team on back-to-back. All right. All right. The Wild won't lose while the state tourney is at the X. I don't know about that, but there you go. But we will move on along to the second game here, which is between the Detroit Red Wings and the Arizona Coyotes. Detroit minus 135 to minus 135. Arizona plus 115 to plus 126. 6.5s right across the board here in this game. Alexander Georgiev confirmed for Colorado in the last game. No goaltenders confirmed here in this one. It has James Reimer listed. Should be Connor Ingram with the Yotes playing last night. How have these teams been doing recently? Detroit has lost 3 games in a row, all by multiple goals. However, they did face pretty good opponents here. Let me bring it up. 7-2 loss in their last game against Colorado. 4-0 loss against Florida the game before that. 5-3 loss to the Islanders. We've seen what the Islanders are doing lately. So looking at Detroit's last 3 games, not the best games, but they have played tough opponents. 5 of their last 8 games going over 6.5. Arizona has lost 16 of their last 18 games. 8 overs, no unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. How have these teams done against each other in the past? Well, surprisingly, Arizona 5-0-1 in the last 6 games between the teams. 3 of the last 4 going to overtime. So we've seen closer games between these teams in the past. 4 of the last 5 games going over 6.5. Both these teams trending towards the over right now. Both of these teams have gone over when they faced each other in the past. I like the over 6.5 here. Yes, obviously, I wish Dylan Larkin was playing for Detroit. Obviously, that is a loss for the Red Wings. Still, 7-2 loss to Colorado, 5-3 loss to the Islanders, 8-3 win against Washington. Detroit's been involved in high-scoring games. The Coyotes 5-2 loss to the Wild, 5-2 loss to Chicago, 5-2 win against Washington, 5-3 win against Ottawa. Both teams are just involved in high-scoring games, so give me the over 6.5 in this one. Player props, well, Arizona, nothing really. Matthias Maccelli's gone cold. You could take a shot with someone on the top line, but I don't know. When it comes to Yotes props, I really don't have anything here. For the Wings, Patrick Kane, a point in 10 of his last 12. Alex DeBrincat, a point in 4 of his last 6 on the top line. If there's going to be offense in this game, I expect those 2 guys to be the ones producing a lot of it here. So give me the over 6.5, and then most likely Kane and DeBrincat in a parlay for myself. Dun, 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 dun. If I win all the props and lose Avs puck line, I'll be happy camper. There you go. There you go. Parisi and Duhaime anytime goal. I said it. They probably do score. They probably do, unfortunately. Red Wings money line. All right. Maybe goal in first 10. All right. McKinnon, shots and goal ladder again. Yep, he's been shooting the puck a ton. Yotes money line. I gotta disagree with you, Nick. If I was taking a side here, it would be Detroit. What does this Arizona team have to play for? Absolutely nothing. They've pretty much given up. I think right around their 13-game losing streak or whatever it was, the Yotes gave up, in my opinion. Detroit, look at they've got if the Red Wings take a look at the standings, they'll know that they need to win this game. It's a must. McCarr, mega heater. Colorado team power play points. We'll see. Freaky Friday. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Wild win on a shutout? How about that? How about I predict the Wild shutout? No, kidding. It won't happen. But hey, Freaky Friday, weird things can happen. Over trifecta here, as they say on the Ice Guys podcast. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Goals early, often, both sides, full game. Hockey, Red Wings hockey town, baby. Maybe, but not in Arizona. Over 6.5, and Shane got to spare point, laying off Kane. All right, best of luck. Yeah, got to spare facing his former team. Wings puck line is a solid look. All right, best of luck. Detroit team power play points over half. Good luck there. And there's a hat trick every day now. I don't know about that, but yeah, we have seen a lot of hat tricks. So we'll see if we get one. And I'd love a hat trick in this game. Sounds good to me. Because that would be that would help my over out. So sounds good. Wouldn't mind seeing a hat trick in this game as well. Involved with 2 certain players. Dallas minus 300 to minus 310. Anaheim plus 230 to plus 275. 6.5s or 6s depending on the total that you like here in this game. Goaltenders here. Nobody confirmed. Has Wedgwood against Lucas Dostal projected here for both teams. How have these teams been doing recently? Dallas 4-1-1 in their last six. 1 over, 6 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. The Stars starting to play lower scoring games and starting to win recently. 3 of their last 5 going to overtime. Anaheim 3-3-1 in their last 7 games. 5 overs, 3 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals. How these teams done against each other in the past? Dallas has won 9 of the last 10 meetings, 12 of the last 15. They've had a lot of success against Anaheim, and we have seen a lot of low scoring games. 1 over, 8 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals in the last 9 games between the teams. And looking at player props, well, there's 2 for me. Logan Stankoven, over half a point, plus 105. Wyatt Johnston, over half a point, minus 120. These 2 may be on the third line. That's why we're getting a decent price with them, as they are on the Dallas Stars, a minus 300 favorite. But there's value here with both of these players. Why? Logan Stankoven, a point 4 of his last 5 games, a goal in 4 of his last 5. Wyatt Johnston, a point 5 of his last 6, at least 4 shots on goal in 8 of his last 10. Johnston, really on a heater right now, ever since Logan Stankoven came up and started playing with him. Jamie Benn, who plays with both guys, has a 0.7 of his last 9 games. He's been doing really well also, and that line has been really driving the offense for the Dallas Stars. Not much coming from the other lines, a little bit from the top line, but this third line has really been the line for Dallas. Anaheim's a tough team to look at with props right now, as obviously they had most of their offense out in their last game against the Senators, still found a way to win. Now facing Dallas here, the only player I've listed, Frank Vetrano, at least 3 shots on goal in 6 of his last 8 games. But really, honestly, in this game, it's those two there. That's it for me. Like Stankoven and Johnston, both to continue their hot streaks as of late. This is tough given Detroit regression. However, the Detroit losses were versus Florida and Colorado. Bounce back spot for Detroit and all their big guns. I agree. Ducks money line plus 250. Interesting. Detroit over half a power play goal. Best of luck. Quack plus 1.5. I could see that. They're playing for jobs. True, but they're still not having any kind of success, Arizona. So I don't know. Stankoven anytime goal, Johnson assists, and vice versa. There we go. I got both of your player props added. Stankoven anytime goal plus 240. Yeah, I like it. Sticking with the points for now, but maybe a small sprinkle on the anytime goal as well, because that's what he's been doing. Second period over for Dallas, 20-1. Anaheim 10-2. All right. So we might see a sleepy start, and it might be a good spot to bet the second period over. Richie says no to low scoring game here. He likes 7-3 Stars. All right. So, hey, the Stars score 7 goals tonight. I'm going to be a happy guy because most likely I'll be doing pretty well there. Goal in first 10. All right. Sounds good. If Dallas keeps Ben Johnson together, Stankoven together, then let's fucking go. I would not see why they would do anything with that line, except bump up their ice time. That's the only thing I would be doing. Really, I would have that as your second line right now with how they've been playing, and with how Marchment Duchesne line has been playing as well. I would give this line more ice time if I was the head coach. But we'll go on to our final game of the night, which is between the Winnipeg Jets and the Seattle Kraken. Here in this one, Winnipeg minus 120 to minus 125. Seattle plus 100 to plus 115, 5.5s right across the board in this game. How these teams been doing recently? Well, both have been playing pretty well. Winnipeg 9-3 in their last 12. Seattle 7-2-1 in their last 10. Winnipeg 6 overs, 2 unders, 1 game, finished with 6 goals. Seattle 5 overs, 2 unders, 1 game, finished with 6 goals. So both teams playing well recently. Both teams winning. Both teams scoring goals. Winnipeg 5-2 all time against Seattle. 4 of the 7 games went under 5.5. So usually we do see lower scoring games when these teams face each other. And for me here in this one, I got to take the Jets money line minus 119 here. Um, these teams just faced each other 2 days ago or 3 days ago with Seattle getting the win. It is extremely tough to play back-to-back games against an opponent and beat them both times. I like the Jets here. Seattle traded Wenberg, extended Eberle, so not necessarily selling that much. Um, Winnipeg obviously have made additions. I'm hoping that Toffoli is not going to play tonight for the Jets because we saw what happened yesterday with new players joining teams. So, and let's see here. Okay, I just saw on Twitter that Dallas sent Stankoven down to the AHL roster, but he should still be able to play tonight. So I don't know what's going on with that. So something to keep an eye on there. But I like the Jets here. I like the Jets here in this game. Who's been playing well for both teams? Kyle Connor, a point in 9 of his last 10 games. Mark Scheifele, a point in 5 of his last 6. Josh Morrissey, an assist in 7 of his last 9 games. For the Kraken, Jared McCann, a point in 10 of his last 12. At least 3 shots on goal in 7 of his last 8 games. Vince Dunn should still be out. Yeah, he's projected to be out for this game. And Jared McCann getting moved to the second line with Borkstrand and Schwartz, Tatar, Beniers, and Eberle on the top line. So that's kind of interesting there. Putting McCann on the second line. But hey, I like the Jets here. Probably not too many props in this game. Kraken money line, plus 110. All right. Release the Kraken. All right. No, Terry. Okay. Lean Kraken. All right. So everyone likes the Kraken here. Interesting. Interesting. WTF, Stanky. Yeah, they've been sending him up and down, for cap purposes. But he still ends up playing the next game. So I'm not going to say for sure that he's playing or that he's not. I obviously want to see what's going on, but I would still bet him regardless. Obviously, if he doesn't play, it's a push, so you don't lose. Release the Kraken 7-2-1 last 10 against formidable opponents as well. True, but we'll see. Haven't heard that. Yeah, it's on Twitter there that he got sent down, but I don't know. Flew in Winnipeg. Okay. Wild trade Nick Patan to Rangers for somebody I've never heard of. Awesome. To the cut we go. No, I'm kidding. Wings trade Klim Klassen to the Sharks for Radis. Okay. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting there. But that is the show. And obviously I'm not aware of any other trades because obviously on the show, but I really hope that Stankoven is playing tonight. So hopefully that is just a small scare and everything is good there. But we'll have to see there. Wild Ducks parlay plus 909. 2 big dogs. Best of luck. I wouldn't parlay them together. I would just play them singly because if one hits and the other doesn't, that's That's a tough loss. I'm going to the Blue Jackets game against the Predators tomorrow. The Predators should be playing hard. I hope they do. I hope they skate, 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 and then they're tired for Sunday's game against the Wild. Maybe Eberle anytime goal after his extension. Kraken playoffs is like plus 320-ish, not a bad look. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What about the daily parlay? The parlay of the day. Well, I decided not to do one today. I know, I know. How could I do that? But the parlay of the day has been struggling lately. Small slate, not going to force anything out. Not going to force anything out um, for the parlay of the day. But if you were looking to make a parlay of the day, Kaprizov, I like him to get a point tonight. Nathan McKinnon to get a point is like minus 700 or something. So there's really no value putting that in a parlay. Um, Patrick Kane point. I really like that Dallas line. You could do something with them. I would look at Kyle Connor for the Jets. So there's different things there. If you were looking to make your own parlay, and if you like some of the stats I gave out on today's show, player props, all the stats I gave out in today's show are all in the Google document, which is in the description below. So you can check that out anytime. Stats for tomorrow already up for a lot of games. So check that out and make your own parlay. Make your own parlay of the day. But none for me today here right now. Kane and Kaprizov point parlay of the day. I do like that one. I do like that one. Best of luck. But that's today's show. Tomorrow, the show for tomorrow will be coming out sometime tonight. Probably around maybe 6 or 7. I'm not sure exactly. But the games don't start till late, 9 p.m. Eastern. So Saturday's show will happen sometime later tonight. So stay tuned for that. But best of luck to everyone on your bets tonight, unless you're on the Colorado Avalanche. I'm kidding, but best of luck, everyone. And we'll see you later on for the next show. Best of luck.